Virgo, how are you? I hope you've been better than well. I feel like for the most part you have been, and I am very much hoping that is the case. I have already prayed and meditated on your cards. I've cleansed the energy, and I do have a little announcement. So if you're someone who wants to skip right to your reading, I'll be sure and put the link in the description box below. But from now until the end of April 2023, I feel very called by Spirit to open up for one free 15-minute reading if you've never had a personal reading with me before. And the reason I really feel called to do this is because there's so many individuals out there that don't have the means to get a personal reading, and or maybe they just don't know what to expect, what to anticipate with something like that. So I just feel really called to offer a pre-recorded 15-minute reading, just general guidance. All I need to know is like your name and email so I can send you your video. So it's not quite up and running yet. I'm hoping by the end of the week I'll have that ready for you. So be looking for that if you're interested in something like that. Okay, let's take a deep breath here together to honor your guides, my guides, and amazing Spirit for the messages that they're going to bring through for Virgo for the next 30 days. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, guides. I invite you to close your eyes and take a couple deep breaths as well. Thank you, Spirit. So I have to say, the first card that you got was Let Your Life Be Transformed. And I thought, how amazing is that? Because you've already come out of the chrysalis, you've been through all that, you are the butterfly now. You're flying, you're doing your thing. You allowed, I'm going to read the back of this card, but you allowed Spirit to work through you by surrendering, which I believe is a lot of what we were talking about the last few months for you, Virgo. So I'm going to read what this says. When you stop making assumptions, your word becomes impeccable, and your life is completely transformed. Magic just happens in your life. What you need comes to you easily because Spirit moves freely through you. And that, like, you've done it. What an exciting message. I feel like you've already had this moment where you were waiting for the sun to rise on whatever it is that was really bringing you stress and anxiety, turmoil. And not only can you see it, but like you see this beautiful dawn, you're already awake, flying around, butterflying it up, living your best life. And what I really feel called to say right now is this feels like an actual release of old energies, old limiting beliefs. And I know that you've been working through this for a while now, but particularly the last several months, maybe up to like the last year or so. I remember in your December reading how much Spirit talked about holding the faith that your abundance was coming, whatever that looked like for you. Whether that's freedom from limiting beliefs or actual like financial, material abundance, or a culmination of all of it. And there's just a sense of rejoicing. Yeah, I saw 444 when I said that, of rejoicing, because I believe this is definitely already materialized in your physical world. And How exciting. How exciting, Virgo. Then, how funny is this? So we have the actual transformation card, okay? Your life has been completely transformed, a complete rebirth for the better. So much for the better. I mean, man, I feel like this is the kind of reading that you aspire to get to have that kind of energy in your life of surrendering to the divine flow of life so that life can work through you and you're no longer hitting that resistance. This is really incredible. I mean, so like this is a soul transformation is basically what they're giving me. And so I feel like a piece of really good news is that this is kind of these shadows, these shadow energies that you have worked so hard on yourself. You have actually done the work of transmuting them and clearing them so they can no longer affect you. They can no longer affect your family line, whatever that looks like to you. You're the one who did the work and held the faith. They put a big asterisk right there by that. You have held the faith, even when you couldn't see it, when you couldn't see what was ahead of you, when you felt like this man trembling that is about to be killed. I feel like that's how the energy you were in, like desperation. It's like something's got to give or I'm done, you know, and you pushed through that. You held faith through that. And what an incredible transformation, Virgo. I mean, they want me to look at the bottom of the deck here. Look at that. 5 of Pentacles, lack, abandonment, left out in the cold, never having enough, never being enough, never feeling like you're enough. That's what's in the past now. You have completely I have the goosebumps. What a cool reading. You've completely transformed this energy. And they're saying this is not something to take lightly. This is something you really need to congratulate yourself on. I mean, you really need to give yourself more credit for what you've done to get here. Look at this. I can't make this up. I mean, you have figured out the formula. You've figured out the game of life and that it's all energy. Everything is energy. We are energy. This card is energy. My glasses have energy. The person that you're arguing with at work, there's energy there. I mean, I saw this video today, and I don't know if it's true or not. It seemed pretty cool, but basically they had this machine that like vibrated different frequencies, and they poured salt on it, and it made these, every time they changed the frequency, it would make these incredible, almost like mandalas. Now, this is just what's popped into my head. I have no idea if this is legit or not. It was a video I scrolled past really quick. But it's kind of like you're so in the flow now that it doesn't really matter what life throws at you from here on out. You've pushed past this limiting belief, this barrier that has been with you. Wow. So they're telling me that this has been attached to your soul and your family line for a very long time. Like I can't even comprehend it. So I don't even know how long that is. They're giving me a long time. You are the one. Freaking magician. You are the one. You're the one that ended it. And so therefore you get to be the one with the new beginning. Oh my gosh, you get to be the one that says what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. And you are going to be the one that does it with love. Unconditional love. That truly is a transformation. Because in our pain body, when we're in our pain body, we cannot even comprehend love. Now, it's not that we can't feel it or that we don't know that it exists, but being able to comprehend what it really means to love someone else, because you can only really get that if you fully love yourself and have faith in yourself, and then faith in whatever higher power you connect with. And if that higher power is you and your higher self, then that's amazing too. You know, so transformative. I feel like your abundance has already come in. So what is, what do they have to look forward to in March, Spirit, Virgo? What would you like to, okay, Temperance. So you may have been in this energy of like, of really moving, because I feel like things have been, I heard things have been popping, meetings are happening, events are going on, planning is happening, and this is all really great energy. But what they're kind of giving me here is a sense of just, okay, when I say slow down, like I'm an Aries, my Mars is in Aries at 0 degrees. So when someone tells me to slow down, I just want to like start fighting. Like slowing myself down is impossible once I get moving. So I think what they're saying here is, I think you've really been on a roll with a lot of things going on, and they're not asking you to stop. They're asking you to make some time of mindfulness more of a priority every single day. That's what they're giving me. Even if it's 5 minutes, they need you to sit and be just in mindfulness. And if you can add meditation to that too, that's even better. But if you can spend 5 minutes in this place of mindfulness, how you got here, feeling pride, feeling proud of yourself, and then really acknowledging, what is it that you want to create in here, in your heart space, in your soul, the innermost essence of your being? What is that wanting to create? Because you have the tools now, mental and physical tools. You have the knowledge and the resources. You've got everything together here, and now the final. So you're a new butterfly, okay? You're a new butterfly, and that's amazing. You made it. You made it to this point. But now what they're saying is, let's integrate some balance between working hard and relaxing, between working on work and play. I do feel like you have just been like at the grindstone for a very long time. And I do think you can kind of take a breath now. So what they're asking for you is to check in. Is this path I'm charging down, does it feel aligned? Does it feel right? If you're checking in like every day, you're gonna know right away. Like, I don't really think I need to go down this path. I think I need to go down this path. But sometimes we can get so caught up, you know, in like a freight train in these things that we want to do and accomplish, especially when we haven't had the time or the resources in the past. So, this feels like a very blessed month for you. And when I say blessed, I mean peaceful. I mean peaceful. I feel like you're able to kind of have one foot in and they're saying this is how they want you to be. You kind of have one foot in the physical and one foot in the spiritual, because as you've seen this blooming, this growth, the sunrise, you know, the sun come out from your darkness. As you've experienced this, it's strengthened your faith. I mean, I think beyond anything you could have imagined before. Not that you didn't have faith before, but just, I mean, man, it's part of you. This is a truth for you, an intrinsic truth that you know now. How amazing is that? And I feel like that is the essence of what we're supposed to be sharing with the collective, sharing with the world, you know? So there may be something along the line of you sharing your story, of you sharing your struggle and, you know, the dawn on the other side of that struggle, and how difficult it was to hold the faith, and how rewarding it was and validating. I'm feeling emotional when that came in for you. So they need you to know you deserved what came in for you. All this goodness, all of these resources. You've done so much work. You really are this beautiful butterfly just flitting around and transmuting energy everywhere you go. Now here's really cool. So if this reading really resonates with you, you are naturally a person who helps clear other people's energy. So if you're not aware of that, you could really be blending and bleeding energies of like everyone around you, even walking in the grocery store, sitting next to someone in a stoplight. Remember, they were talking about energy in the beginning. So I think it's really important for you, just as another piece of advice, to be more mindful about protecting your energy, grounding your energy, having a scheduled time of mindfulness or meditation every day to center yourself, to create loving, healthy boundaries, you know, because we're not trying to keep people out. We're just trying to keep the unwanted from coming in, right? So I don't actually think there's a whole lot more here to tell you. Okay, no, there's not. You are creative. They want you to create. You are intuitive. You have shown amazing faith and courage in the face of the total unseen. That is courageous. That is incredibly courageous. And so you deserve to take some time to feel proud of yourself. Very intuitive, very much an energy sponge. So I do think having this layer of protection around you, or at least being mindful of that, is going to really help you as you move forward in this new energy of light and love. So I don't feel like you weren't in that energy before, but this is so much, this is like ascended. This is what you would aspire to. This level of peace and faith. It's amazing. Okay, they're actually telling me no more tarot. So I've never done this, but I have this little bag of just random crystals and rings and other things, and they want me to pull something out of here for you. So we'll just see what happens. Okay, so first of all, the puppy came out. This little puppy, I think I had this thing, I was probably in middle school. Somewhere along the line, I gave this, the story is important to your reading. I gave this away to like a cousin or something. Now I have a little boy, and my cousin's little boy is much older. So she had a bunch of toys and gave them to me for his birthday. And this guy was in there. I don't even know how I mean, because he was sentimental to me then. So there's something about, you know, a real loyalty and sentimentality about something. And, you know, so if you've lost something recently, I feel like Spirit's wanting to let you know it will come. If it's meant to come back to you, it will come back to you. They say that a lot about crystals too. Like if you lose a crystal, then it didn't have any more energy to offer you, and it's meant to be found by someone else who needs it. So I do feel this sense of loyalty in friendships, loyalty to oh man, yeah, loyalty to yourself, to what you believe, to who you are. Yeah, so that's pretty cool that the little puppy came out. And then you also got 3 different crystals. So we have yellow calcite. I'm pretty sure it's yellow calcite. I'll have to double check. Botswana agate and sodalite. Okay, so the Botswana agate is a beautiful stone when you're trying to cultivate a little more self-love, but more than that, sensuality, divine feminine energy. That makes so much sense that this came out, because you have to be in divine feminine energy to fully surrender to spirit, so spirit can work through you instead of constantly being in this resistance. So I think this would be an amazing stone for you to work with or meditate with, to help just keep you in that divine feminine frequency, and, you know, to help you with your sensuality, because there may be something there that's, I feel like that's another reading, but I feel like there could be some wounding there somehow. So Botswana agate would be a great stone. The yellow calcite, I'm gonna have to look this up. I feel like it has to do with like your solar plexus chakra and feeling very empowered, feeling confident, not having to look beyond yourself for the answers because you trust yourself now and you trust your knowing. So that's very interesting. And then finally, sodalite, which is this beautiful, I hope you can see it. It's like this really, it's got all these beautiful, I hope you can see that on the camera. Sodalite, and I'm not a crystal expert, but you know, I think it relates a lot to the throat chakra. I'm gonna have to look that up here real quick because I don't want to tell you anything wrong. So let me just pull this up for you. So crystals, okay, I don't have the crystal app on here. I'm so sorry if I'm wasting your time. So if you want to look up sodalite, you can. And now my baby's awake. Okay. So I'm gonna have to go. It's good for rational thought, perception, and it helps to balance a lot of these things. So that was kind of what they were talking about in the beginning, balancing your energies a little more in the month of March. Thankfully, it seems like there's nothing major going on. Things look really beautiful for you right now. Man, you're like a transmutation rock star and you should be so proud of yourself for that, Virgo. So thank you so much for spending your precious time with me. I'm truly, truly grateful. If this reading resonated with you, please be sure to leave me a comment, like or subscribe if you feel called to. Those are totally free ways to help me and this channel grow. And more than anything, I hope you continue to take excellent care of yourself, Virgo. I'll see you soon.